Shalom, shalom. This is Apostle Rakab back again. I say all praises to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. All praises to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. All praises to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom. Another little quick impromptu video through the spirit, man. The title that I believe I put up there for this is I believe I put up glory in the Lord, not yourself. I hope it's correct. If it's not, I will correct it. But I believe that was the theme of the title because, I was just talking to some brothers over the weekend and stuff like that and just pondering on things in the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. We have to glory in the Lord, not ourselves. That's the main reason why us here at Great Millstone, we always glory in Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. That's why we start all our videos off all praises to Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai. It's not of our doing. It's not because we so righteous or we're so good and that the Lord is going to save us. Is like the scripture says, because the Lord loved you and because of the promise that the Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai made to Abraham, okay, that he would make a great nation out of his seed. And the Most High said Abraham was his friend. Imagine that, man, the Yahweh himself saying that you his friend. That's how much the Lord loved Abraham. On down through Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So basically, that's why we always take a humble approach, even down to our physical appearances, like, the garments you like a lot of these other Israelite camps, and I'm not even going to mention no names. I'm not going to nitpick and say nothing. But a lot of these other Israelite groups, I like to call them bootleg Israelite groups because they really are. You got these other guys, they got the fancy, Planet of the Apes type garments on with the studs and fringes everywhere and crowns and all the Israelite, as Apostle Gabar says, the Israelite paraphernalia. Guys walking around wearing the whole goddamn menorahs around their neck, gold menorahs and all this stuff, man. Like, okay, that's all fine and good. You're proud to be an Israelite. That's cool. But that don't mean shit to the Lord. That's all stuff that withers away, just like the body itself. Okay? Guys coming with, the T-shirts, the caps, the scarves with the shield of David on them. See, man, we've been there, done that already. See, and I understand, but you know what? At this point in the game where we are now, 2024, you would think that the so-called prophets or priests of Israel would have excelled to a whole new level. See, 30, 35 years ago, 40 years ago, back in One West, we did all that. We did that already. We already did that. Right? That was 3-4 decades ago. We did that already, man. Back in One West, remember they had the thing, the Central Command, the garments with the studs, the scarves, the shield of David, the jean suits, a dungaree suit with the fringes and studs on it. And you know what? For that time, it was cool. I'll admit it, man. I was there, okay, back in the early 90s and stuff. It was, man. We all did that, man. Yeah, me, I had the dungaree jean suit with the fringes on my pants and the fringes on the jacket, studs, the big shields of David around your neck, the scarf with the black scarves with the shields of David and all the paraphernalia and all the stuff, the gloves, we used to call them Lahabian gloves, like them so-called workout gloves. We used to walk around wearing them gloves with the studs on them and spikes coming out of it with masks with studs and spikes. Yeah, man, we had all that stuff going back then, man, in Harlem, up there in Harlem, in New York City, walking the streets looking like, looking like we just stepped out of a movie scene, out of a Planet of the Apes or Conan the Barbarian movie. We did all that, walking around with the staffs, with the studs and spikes on it. We did all that. And you know what? For the time, it was cool because we were making a statement. A lot of us were just coming in the truth. Our elders had already been there since the 80s, but I'm saying like a brother like myself, me and my contemporaries, we were just, like a brother like myself and Apostle Gabar, and even Nathaniel Seven himself, Nate. We all kind of came in through the same class, you could say, right? You know what I mean? Nathaniel, Nate, He was over me rank-wise. He had some rank over me, but me and him still kind of came in the same class. Me, him, Apostle Gabar, certain other guys, that I can mention that a lot of you brothers wouldn't even know about, because them guys, a lot of the guys that came in with us is no longer around. They fell off, went back in the world. I could mention names, but like I said, a lot of you brothers that's around now wouldn't even know these guys, unless you got certain brothers on the comment board that's probably go back. Some of you old One Westers like myself that was around back then that might be watching, y'all would know. You know what I mean? But all you new brothers, y'all wouldn't even know. If I mentioned guys' names, you wouldn't even know about a lot of guys. Them guys, man, they went back. They fell off 30. Some of them guys fell off 30 years ago, 20, 25 years ago. After the splits started taking place, you had guys that took sides. Some guys went with King Marshall when we left. That was in the 90s. We split. We went to the House of David. We left the original One West school. So some guys went with us to the One West, not One West, to the House of David, right, a couple of blocks away. Some guys stayed with the original One West 125th Street and stayed over there with High Priest Ariyah and High Priest Shaw, right? But then you got to remember at that time too, the other guys that were known as the High Priests or made up of the top 7 was still around. Yeshaya at the time, he was known as the High Priest Yeshaya, and then of course High Priest Shaw, and then you had another guy which I heard he kind of hovering around. He's down there in Atlanta, the High Priest Kazak, which I was close with all those men, and of course High Priest Ariyah stayed, right? And I knew all of the members of the top 7. I knew personally. And I was pretty much kind of cool and close with all of them. From King Marshall all the way down to the last in line was the Kazak, the High Priest Kazak, right? But him, man, back then, you couldn't tell me that he wasn't a man of the Lord. I would have fought you, man, if you'd have said anything bad about Kazak, the High Priest Kazak. I loved him. I loved him with all my heart, man, But anyways, a lot of guys see, but that's what happened, vainglory. So we got to glory in the Lord, because even back then, and back in One West, we used to kind of, the problem is it got out of control. You reverence your leaders, man. Like even now, it's beautiful that brothers give homage or respect to their elders, because there's nothing wrong with that. Scriptures tell you about that. You brothers, y'all do your videos and say double honors to the apostles and elders of GMS and the bit. And that's beautiful. But then you had guys that were saying that's even now, bringing it up to date. You had guys that were saying that same shit, all that pleasantries, but a lot of them niggas that were saying the same thing that you brothers are saying are no longer here. All right, now some of those names I could throw out there, and you brothers would know who these guys are, right? See, these are the more modern guys, but they're no longer, right? Them niggas are back in the world, or they up here being scoffers, right? They was doing videos, double honors to the apostles and elders, but then maybe next month, the apostles and elders are just a bunch of old niggas sitting on the couch in New York talking shit. Niggas. You see what I'm saying? This is why, really, you're just supposed to only glory Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, not in men, because men glory in themselves. And like I said, bringing it back, all these different splits, all these different Israelite camps, a lot of these other Israelite camps out here, they into glory in themselves, man. That's why they do what they do. That's why I'll mention a few names, like this guy from GOCC, Bubble-Eyed Blackfish, we call him, the Elder Rakah, right? All the wickedness he doing, this nigga, he had a Passover. This is a few years back, and pretty much it was like in some big palatial church or hall. He was up there with an all-white garment up there, with a turban on his head, singing like he was a fucking one of the lost members of Boys to Men, singing. This is supposed to be the Passover. It's not about your glory. It's about Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai's glory. Glory in the Most High to deliver us out of Egypt. Glory in Yahweh Shai that gave his life on the Passover. You see what I'm saying? This nigga's up on the stage singing, and the so-called women in the congregation in the background, you hear him screaming. Glory in him. Nate. The last Passover he had, he rolled up on a white horse with a goddamn Byzantine Empire looking garment on, right? And the whole congregation praising him, right? See what I'm saying? It's about vainglory, man. A lot of these other guys are about vainglory. They're not about the glory of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. So a lot of guys are not here to glory the Lord. They're here to glory themselves. That's why guys are rapping. I mean, if you listen, man, as a side hobby, brothers get together and y'all throw out some lyrics and y'all do a little rapping, like a little like on your own personal time. That's cool. That's cool. But as far as us, look, man, the rap is already written. Apostle Kabal said that. We got the scriptures, man. But like these guys, they trying to actually put out records and actually put up music videos and like them Sakari guys and all that. They actually got like a record label going and blah, blah, blah. They got the paraphernalia, the hats, the t-shirts, the gimmick. You see? So at that point, it's not about Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. It's about men. See, and that's the problem with niggas, but the Lord knows the heart of men. So you can do the gimmicks, you can do all that gimmick and all that shit, but that don't mean that you are of the elect. See? The Lord can see right through all that bullshit. Putting on gimmicks and putting on the paraphernalia and putting on the fanciest garment that you can find, diamonds, gold, and rubies, that's not going to get you in the chariot, homeboy. So that's something to keep in mind. Now I'm going to jump to the book of Matthew. I'm at the 6th chapter and the 19th verse. And a lot of them guys do that vainglory and money for filthy lucre's sake. See, but make money, get that bag, get that bag. That's why a lot of these other groups got these 501c3 charters, man. See? Right? And us, they call us what? The bum camp. Right? Which, all we do, hey, man, we just wear regular garments, man. We got some brothers, I mean, hey, man, I see brothers with the garments we wear. To me, they nice looking garments. They're just plain garments. Sometimes brothers hook it up, make it a little nice looking. Yeah, but in my opinion, the garments we wear are cool. They're simple. They just throw all our head garments. Sometimes brothers make a little fancy garment, but there's none. I've seen some brothers in GMS. That's a bad garment there, but shit, the brothers in GMS be wearing some nice looking garments. But they're not them palatial gold and silver shimmying off the moon. When you see the brother at the camp, look, man, we don't need all that, man. The scriptures talk about that. The Pharisees and the scribes, they make broad their phylacteries. They love the uppermost rooms at feasts. They wear the fancy garments to be called rabbi, because it's all about them. See? Matthew 6 and 19. Lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. That's right. So all you guys are worried about trying to make money, fuck that, man. Yeah, we got to get paid. We got to open up more schools. We got to travel to other countries, get bigger congregations so we get more money in there, so we can fill up our bank accounts and live in these fancy, big palatial homes and drive fancy cars. Somebody could steal that money from you. Esau could take your money. Or you could drop dead. Once you drop dead, that money is of no use to you. Somebody else going to be spending your money. Somebody else going to be wearing your clothes. Somebody else going to be laying in the bed with your woman. Maybe driving your truck, your car. And see? So you guys are carnal, man. A lot of you niggas, you other camps that trust in your riches and your glory. Just like the devil himself, Esau. But lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. For where your treasure is, there will your heart be also, meaning your spirit. See, that's why a lot of you guys are going off teaching false doctrines, because that's where your spirit is, your heart. That's where your mind is, man. You see what I'm saying? That's why a lot of you guys have to use the gimmicks to glory yourself so that people can follow you, because people like frills, man. We used to say this years ago as a joke, but it's not a joke. When you was a little kid, right? And this is back when we were little kids, and even me myself, me and my mother go to the supermarket, and my mother, I used to like that cereal. We all loved that growing up. Captain Crunch, Apple Jacks, Sugar Golden Crisp. But you want the actual, from you see the commercials, that crazy looking Edomite, the cat with his eyes spinning, crunch berries. But then your mother was like, well, no, this one, it was like, it was the same shit, but it didn't say Captain Crunch. It said, whatever it might have said, Crunch cereal. But it was the same shit as Captain Crunch. It was actually the same shit. The same people made it. It's just certain people paid for the banner of the name Captain. And you would throw a 10. No, I don't want that. I want Captain Crunch, mommy. I want Captain Crunch. And then your mother smelled. Look, this is the same thing. It just says Crunch Doodles, whatever the fuck it says. Zebra Crunch. But it was the same shit. It was the same, the Captain Crunch with the crunch berries in it. But no, you wanted to. You had to get Captain Crunch, that crazy looking Edomite with the blue suit on with the hat. Because it was, yeah, that's bootleg. But it's the same shit. But that's Israel. Israel like frills. That's just something in us, a flaw in us. But no, we like, nah. It's like you can go to the flea market and you can get a bootleg pair of Jordans for $30. And them shits, you can't even tell the difference. I know. Because we used to, up in Connecticut, they had the flea market up there in Connecticut, them Hamites and the Moabites, they would sell like the Jordans, like you can't even tell the fucking difference. Niggas, I can tell, you can't tell shit. But no, a nigga got to go to the, what's that damn store up there in the mall? Foot Locker, and pay $150 or $200 for the same sneaker. You know what I mean? It's bullshit. Because Jake liked that, thrills. So that's why a lot of these guys, they put on the thrills, the paraphernalia, the Israelite paraphernalia, they got the women around, because they know Jake liked that shit. That's how you lure niggas in. That's how you get niggas, especially women. Women love that. You get women to come and spend money, invest, right? This is, I'm jumping to the book of Proverbs 25, and I'm going to read 27. Okay, it is not good to eat much honey. That's right. If you eat too much, honey is good, delicious, right? But like I say, some people like to take scoops of honey and eat it like it's ice cream. You put it in your tea or whatever, right? But too much of it, you'll throw up because it's too sweet. It's too pungent. So even just like too much honey is good for you too, but in certain doses, all right? So for men to search their own glory is not glory. You see that? So these guys that's searching for their own glory, that's not glory. That's vanity. See? It's unrighteous. It's wicked. It's not glory. Because if it's not glory in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, you see? And a lot of niggas, like I said, all the fancy shit, all the paraphernalia, all the, like I said, coming up to the Passover on a white horse and being up in a big palatial building, sitting up on the stage with gold and silver shimmying off your bodies and the whole shit, it don't hide the wicked ass nigga that you really are, teaching false doctrines. Now I'm gonna jump back to the book of Job 34 and 22. I'm gonna read this precept. There is no darkness nor shadow of death, okay, where the workers of iniquity may hide themselves. You see that? So no matter how, see, if you ain't a member of the elect, you can put on fancy garments, you can use fancy words. You can't hide from Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Nor shadow of death. Nothing can deliver you from the hand of the Lord, man. You see? For he will not lay upon man more than right. That's right. The Lord ain't gonna cause you to be wicked unless you are just not of the elect. The wickedness is already in you. That he should enter into judgment with the Most High. He shall break in pieces mighty men without number and set others in their stead. Now we know that's twofold. It's talking about Esau, right? But also it's talking about wicked niggas of the 2/3 too. You guys that got these big palatial congregations, and you got, like General Yohana made a statement. If we went, they started beefing with IUIC. Then Yohana said, if we wanted to, we could have been rolled on GMS. You can't do shit but what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai allowed you to do. Okay? Therefore, he knoweth that, well, that's right, all you guys, you set up in these big congregations, you got soldiers and troopers all over the place. The Lord's going to take you guys out of that position. A lot of these you wicked charlatan leaders. And they're going to set the true elect men of the Lord in your stead. And y'all going to be pushed back down, man. Okay? Therefore, he knoweth their works, and he overturneth them in the night, so that they are destroyed. That's right. See, in the darkness, where people, in the night, y'all congregations are following you guys blindly. But the Bible, we know what the Bible say about that. If the blind lead the blind, they shall both fall into the ditch. Okay? See what I'm saying? So the Lord is overturning the works of a lot of you wicked guys. Now, of course, that also can refer to Esau, which is going to happen, but they're also referring to you two-thirds. Remember, everything starts off with Israel, man. All you wicked Israelite leaders, including people like Louis Farrakhan, Jesse Jackson, Al Sharpton, all these fake, and please, all you wicked pastors and you niggas in the church, okay, T.D. Jakes, okay, Calvin Butts, what's the other guy name? That nigga, the other nigga, man, I can't remember his name right now. It'll come to me, Lord willing. Creep, what we used to call them, Creep Show Dollar. All you wicked, evil niggas with these big palatial followings, y'all gonna get exposed and y'all gonna be taken down, man. And the Lord is gonna raise them. The scripture say, set forth the apostles last. The true men of the Lord are gonna be raised up into the positions as leaders over Israel, all right? But with that, man, I'm gonna wrap this video up. I pray that it was edifying. And our Lord willing, on to the next video. I say shalom.